kids since I was a teenager in high school. I worked at a summer camp for kids, and then after that in college I worked at a group home for abused children, and then I've worked in elementary, middle school, and high school, so I've kind of always worked with kids, and this is kind of my passion to do that.
I chose counseling. I went to school for my undergrad in psychology. I knew I wanted to work with adolescents or youth in some capacity. I just wasn't sure how or where. And then I married my husband, who is a teacher. So I decided to go back to school and get my master's in education and guidance counseling, because I just thought a school would be a nice way to still get to work with adolescents and youth and do counseling, and then we would be on the same schedule, so it just seemed like the right venue or place for me to be able to do counseling.
I knew that I wanted to be a counselor when, after working at church camp for a while when I got out of college, that I wanted to work with people in some capacity, and so I liked school, so I figured being a school counselor would be the way I could do that.
Because I love Heritage, I love the staff, and I like to be able to help kids now, like impact their life now rather than later. Help them make positive choices in their life.
Do I ever get stressed out? Yeah, 2 times a year, right before the beginning of the school year and right before second semester, because there's a lot of kids coming wanting a lot of schedule changes, and it gets a little crazy around here.
The job can be stressful. It kind of ebbs and flows in like really busy times around like forecasting, scheduling, and then sometimes there's also some high pressure or like intense situations when students are going through difficult times that can at times be stressful when there's immediate deadlines and things like that.
The most stressful thing is the things I don't have control over. I don't have control over the things that go on outside the building, and so not being able to help kids in those areas and only being able to focus on the school can be stressful sometimes.
I've been doing this for a long time, and I feel like I understand quite a bit about whatever comes through the door here, and once in a while I come across challenging situations, but I've noticed over the years it's gotten easier to work in a variety of settings, and so it's not as hard as it used to be.
A typical day. I think what I love about this job is there isn't really a typical day. I can walk in the door having a large to-do list and not get one thing done. So really as a counselor you do take whatever walks through your door each day, but we see lots of students if we get requests from them, if they either need to talk about classes, things that are going on at school, things that are going on outside of school. So I would see students in a typical day. I return a lot of email from parents and colleagues if teachers are having concerns about a student, and then phone calls would be pretty typical, in a meeting here or there.
Every day is different. It's crazy. Some days it could be pretty mellow. I'm just fixing schedules or working with kids, talking with parents. Other days you could spend one day with one kid because they're having some issues. So that's the nice thing about the job, though. Every day is different, so you never know what to expect.
I get here before the students do. I read email, get my computer all set up, respond to email, and then I try to spend as much time as I can talking with students and supporting them and working with their families.
Crazy. My days are never the same. Some days I have kids in and out of my office all day. Sometimes I'm down in classrooms. Sometimes I'm on the phone with parents. So I really don't have a typical day, and I love that.